Sarah Forgani with your KENS 5 News Now. San Antonio City Councilman Manny Paz makes a big announcement in a video posted to YouTube. Paz said he's running for San Antonio mayor. Paz was elected to District 8 in 2017. He's the second city council member to announce a run for mayor. Back in January, District 9 Representative John Kurge also said he plans to run. The San Antonio mayoral election will be held in May 2025. A UTSA student is facing several charges accused of painting anti-Israel graffiti. Campus police said someone reported the student Monday morning after seeing him spray painting a wall in the University Plaza, which is a popular area where students hang out. When officers got there, they found paint on a pillar and the ground. They say the student tried to run when an officer confronted him, but they caught up to him and arrested him. UTSA police did not identify the student and say he faces a state felony charge of graffiti at a church or school, among other charges. San Antonio family is sharing new pictures of the mom and little boy hit and killed allegedly by a drunk driver while walking near an elementary school in the Stone Oak area. This is Vanessa Ramos and her 5-year-old son, Solomon Lopez. Vanessa was pushing Solomon in a stroller last week when police say this man, Marlon Daniels, ran into them while speeding around a curve off of Stone Oak Parkway. Vanessa's family says she was a devoted mom and leaves behind a 12-year-old daughter and husband.
I'm sure that he has regrets, but unfortunately his reckless conduct and his disregard for others has created a ripple effect.
Vanessa's brother-in-law says it's an incredible loss and is now urging people to think twice before drinking and driving. A 13-year-old boy is now facing a capital murder charge in an attempted carjacking that left a San Antonio man dead. Police say the boy admitted to shooting and killing 65-year-old Manny Paz Saturday afternoon in the parking lot of a Walmart on Blanco Road and Wurzbach Parkway. Paz's friends are trying to cope with this loss, saying he was a compassionate and gentle person.
He would always ask about the family, the kids, how I was doing. He was like a compassionate man.
Now, the 13-year-old is now in jail, also accused of driving away from the scene in a stolen car and trying to evade police. Meanwhile, police are searching for a gun used in the murder of an 18-year-old on the south side. The Bexar County Sheriff says it's a knockoff AK-47 type of gun and may be somewhere in a discarded bag. They also issued a warning over what they called a troubling trend in merchandise sales, citing several recent sales that resulted in robberies, assaults, and most recently the death of that 18-year-old. Deputies say the victim went to this man's home, Daniel Hernandez, who's his best friend, to buy a pair of shoes. And at some point, they say Hernandez pulled out a gun and shot the 18-year-old. And before he died, the victim told deputies that Hernandez did it. Hernandez has been arrested, but investigators are still looking for the weapon. Now, BCSO put out the safety alert on social media to let the public know about safety exchange zones, which are well lit and monitored by surveillance video. People can safely sell and buy merchandise there. One safe zone is at the East Patrol substation and the other is the West Patrol substation. A kidnapped 18-year-old is rescued after helping police track her every move while the kidnapping was happening. Police say a man broke into his ex's house and took her against her will. The 18-year-old was in the passenger seat and got a hold of the suspect's phone and texted her friend her location. Her friend shared that info with police as the suspect crossed city lines, and that's when Kirby officers tracked down the car and rescued the girl and arrested the suspect.
I am grateful that she had the thought process to actually self-preserve. So her contacting us made a huge difference. It could have gone a lot worse.
Now, police say the victim and suspect have a 2-year-old together. The head of the country's largest bank is sounding the alarm on several economic challenges facing the country now. JP Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon said he's concerned about the resiliency of the U.S. economy because he believes it's being fueled by government spending. Dimon said inflation and high interest rates may be around much longer than most people think. Dimon expressed concerns that the wars in Ukraine and the Middle East could disrupt energy and food markets. Financial services company Moody's believes surging oil prices are the #1 threat to the economy right now. U.S. oil prices are nearing $90 a barrel, with global prices about $92 a barrel, the highest in 5 months. Moody's economists fear prices will continue to climb with concerns over the war in the Middle East. In San Antonio, right now, a gallon of regular gas will cost you $3.12 a gallon, according to AAA. All right, for today's forecast, we want to check in with Ryan Chopta.
Yeah, hey there, Sarah. Good morning. We have the forecast right here. 87 this afternoon after morning showers. Another chance at storms later tonight after 8 p.m. Hail will be possible.
And that's KENS 5 News Now. I'm Sarah Frugani.